Hi guys, my name is iPhong and there's a bad news for those who are fans of my dress-up darling in New Zealand. I never been to New Zealand, I don't know how the government's there, so if you're New Zealanders watching these videos, leave the comments down below, let me know how's life's there. Alright, but currently, my dress-up darling is age restricted in New Zealand, being marked as 18 plus, and the internet is very upset. Now, before I share my opinions about this situation, I want to talk about my dress up darling as the anime itself first, but not too much, alright? I just only want to talk briefly about my dressed up darling because I really don't want Globalworks and Square Enix to get mad at me, alright? While Square Enix is high up, Globalworks is in charge of animating my dress up darling, and I know Square Enix and Filipinos currently in the middle of bad blood right now, so if you're watching these videos and you're Filipinos, also leave the comments down below. Let me know more about the situation between Jollibee, Square Enix, and the current situation in Philippines as well, because we all know violence games being banned in Philippines sucks. Alright, now let's talk about the storylines of my dressed up darling in the beginning. And it started with a boy named Gojo Wakana. And he really likes Hina dolls. For those who don't know, Hina dolls is a traditional Japanese dolls. But he doesn't have a good childhood memories. He has a childhood friend. It's a girl. And the bombshell the girls told to Gojo Wakana is she dislike boys who into girls things, and is haunted Gojo Wakana's for years. Alright, and speed up to when Gojo Wakana's becoming teenage boys and go to school as well. Not only Gojo Wakana go to school, but he also helped his grandfathers for the Hinado's business. Alright, but life at school for Gojo Wakana is not easy, you know. Like sometimes the teachers assign a group of students to do school chores, but yeah. Usually Gojo Wakana has his classmate, but his classmates always tells Gojo Wakana's lies that they have somewhere to be, they're busy, but turns out they're actually not. His classmate, they just hang out somewhere and have fun while Gojo Wakana's doing school chores on his own. And Kitagawa Marin is a girl, and I can say it's Gyaru, by the way, and so far how much I know about the term Gyaru is just girls with fashionistas and strong personalities, but when I look it up on the internet, usually people view Gyaru as a bad things because yeah, girls can be rebellious, but I can say that not all Gyarus are bad, but at the same time, yeah, I agree, not all Gyarus are good as well. But yeah, let me know down the comments more about the definition about Gyaru. Is it a good thing or bad things? So far, I still think that everyone, not all peoples are good, not all peoples are bad anyway. So I just feels like yeah, girls they should have freedoms of fashion. They should have freedoms of personalities. But at the same time, I agree, like, be good people. Alright. But anyway, I up until this day, I don't know why the girl Kitagawa Marine start with the scene by like, you know what I mean, like fly back jump back and then get her head bumped onto the decks. I really don't know why though. But yeah, and Kitagawa Marine saw Gojo Wakanas doing school chores on his own and decided to help him. Gojo Wakanas said that nah, don't need to, I can handle it by myself. But Kitagawa Marine asked Gojo Wakanas that do you really let other people to take advantage of you like that? And yeah, I agree. Gojo Wakanas, you being too nice. Alright, you being too nice. You really need to learn to read the room better and realize that the classmate take advantage of Gojo Wakanas. I'm not gonna lie, yes, Gojo Wakana, he's a really good boy, but being too good is not actually good. Alright, there's gonna be other people gonna take advantage of. So anyway, and Gojo Wakanas currently help his grandfathers for the Hinado's works, but unfortunately it's like at home the sewing machine broke down and yeah, it's old, so Gojo Wakanas has to go to the sewing classroom at school. I think it's after school, and suddenly Kitagawa Marine and step inside the sewing classroom at school and find out what Gojo Wakana is doing, and she's very happy and asks Gojo Wakana for a favor and start to unbutton her uniform and get changed, and also yeah, ask the boys to look away for a little bit until she's ready, and she showed the boys a costume, and Gojo Wakana's valid constructive criticism because Kitagawa Marine is not good at sewing, not good at making costumes. Even she showed him a book manual, and yeah, of course Gojo Wakanas read the book manuals like from the beginning to the end, and yeah, I know Kitagawa Marines also read the book manual but still suck at it. Totally understand. So the next day, Kitagawa Marines go to Gojo Wakana's house and really want to nail the costume as quick as possible. And she also revealed the character that she want to cosplay. And yeah, the anime is cosplay, the cosplay anime. The anime introduced you that yes, it is a cosplay anime. But yeah, Gojo Wakana, he's a teenage boy, and after he read the book manual from the beginning to the end about how to cosplay, how to make costumes, and I can totally understand that he is very shy because he had to do a measurement, alright? Like, not just height, not just like check the barely measurement surroundings, or like hands measurements, like it's everything, alright? But the chest as well, yeah, and also yeah, I cannot say that word. I really cannot say that word. I can totally understand Gojo Wakana's feels. It's gonna be really embarrassing not just Gojo Wakanas, but also later on, yes, Kitagawa Marine as well. Like even with her swimsuit, like honestly, like a lot of people would judge that. Uh, doesn't she have no shame? Does she have no shame? And but actually, at first, yeah, it may be, but then later on, the realization, yeah, now Kitagawa Marines start to have shame. Alright. And yeah, Kitagawa Marine also tells Gojo Wakanas like what character she want to play, and is a character from the visual novel. It's just not a normal visual novel. It's adult content visual novels. Alright. And yeah, and the boy, of course he's going to be extremely embarrassed and shy because yeah, it's adult content visual novels. It's characters that the girls want to cosplay. And honestly, I can also understand that the boys only know about Hinados and nothing else, alright? And Kitagawa Marine gives the visual novel disc to Gojo Wakanas, and let him do research. I know it's awkward because the grandfathers find out and questioning. I think Gojo Wakana is in that age, right? So yeah, there is a lot of obstacles. Like first of all, people talking about at schools, thinking that Kitagawa Marine and Gojo Wakanas are in the relationship, and Gojo Wakanas keep hiding away from Kitagawa Marines, but later get found out anyway. And yeah, Kitagawa Marine has very strong personalities. Then if other people talking about Gojo Wakanas and Kitagawa Marines like that, then so what? Just ignore them. But if it's like that in a relationship, then just go for it. But yeah, I can totally understand Gojo Wakanas being shy, being embarrassed, and yeah. And Kitagawa Marine, strong personalities, and honestly really helps Gojo Wakanas in social life a lot. Alright? And also spend time with Gojo Wakanas to buy wig and buy accessories for cosplay. But later she reveals to Gojo Wakanas that there's going to be a first cosplay event for her, and the deadline is pretty tight, you know. And not only that, there is school exams as well, and also something bad happens to Gojo Wakana's grandfathers as well. I think he has backache, and so he had to be sent in the hospital. And Gojo Wakanas, he broke down. He cried, and I can totally understand. It's a lot of pressure to him. All right, and he decided not to give up and try to finish the costumes for Kitagawa Marine as fast as possible, and he had to stay awake overnight, and he sent Kitagawa a message on phone, said that the custom is finished, and Kitagawa Marines rushed to Gojo Wakana's house, and saw or a costume, she is happy, but she also worried about Wakana because that is a lot. Alright, stay awake overnight dealing with school exams and his grandfathers, and she also mentioned that she forget that to mention to Wakana that it's okay that it's not make it in time. There's going to be another cosplay event, but Wakana's yeah, he's shocked after hearing Marin say that, but still the costume is finished, and Marin can't wait to try them on, and have the boys to take the pictures on the girls in her cosplay. At first, the mishap, she is smile too much. It's not fit to the characters in the original adult content visual novels. So like the boys suggest the girls to try to make face expressions like just like the original works as much as possible. Like for example, yeah, it's adult content visual novels. Like try to be bashful a little bit, and yeah, and the picture succeed, and she got her picture post on social medias, and later she can't wait to join the cosplay event, and which she did, but again, Kitagawa Marine, she eats a lot. Alright, and there's a little bit of mishap in the first cosplay event. It's very hot, you know, and yeah, sweat all over her bodies, and still a good success. It's a good success. And when Marin said that she can't wait for the next cosplay events, and yeah, and Gocho Wakana, he's really tired. Alright, and he to the point he sleep on the train, which is fair. Let him rest a little, and get ready for the next cosplay event. And the new characters show up, and I think this is where that I can understand why some countries having governments restrict my dress up darling to 18 plus. And now the new characters show up. Her name is Inu Shachuna. If I pronounce the character name wrong, then leave the comments down below. Alright, it's anime logic is older sisters, and yeah, also students as well, but she's short. Alright, she's short, and there's going to be the first meet scene. Open the door in the wrong time accidentally. Gojo Wakana's went home and see Inui Sachuna's not wearing anything after a shower, and you can see his eyes, you know. But before that, how did that happen? So Inui Sachuna's have to stand somewhere, not getting soaked under the rain. Then it's in front of Gojo Wakana's house, and the grandfathers thought it was one of and, his grandson's friend, so he invite her into the house and try to get her to stay clean because soak under the rain water suck. All right, and and yeah, and Inui Sachunas, she has I don't know if I can say the little sisters, but I'm just gonna say it. But she is tall, alright? Her name is Inui Shinchu, and she's usually take a picture of what her older sisters usually cosplay like. And yeah, my dress up darling actually teach you a lot about not only cosplaying but also taking a picture of cosplayer as well. And I also remember that season 2 there are a lot more mentioned about cosplay, like for example why people cosplay and something like that. Like there's another characters. I think that episodes like broke the internet. There's a characters like there's going to be parents and they and dislike of what the children doing, so like keep restrict them or even like ban them from animes or cosplay or anything. And it sucks, I know, but then when the children growing up and they decide to like stand up for themselves and have enough incomes to buy what they like. Alright, I mean, come on, it's awful to have their favorite things to taken away from them, or even like being thrown away to the garbage bin. Alright, this is not good. Alright, you cannot take away of what your children likes, especially like animes, cosplay, and games. I can say that. But yeah, I think that's how much I can talk about my dress up darling. But let's go back about should my dress up darling being age restricted to 18 plus. I think the original works, even the mangas, when I see it being sold on Barnes and Nobles, it said that it's mature content, yes, but does it set the exact age restriction? I think it's 16 plus. Alright, according to mangas. And even the manga has plastic sealed carefully. Alright, because yeah, I don't think inside the mangas there's censorship, which is a good thing. But having mangas set mature contents and numbers of age restrict 16 plus, and I think like the rest of the world like would say that hey, if the publisher, if Square Enix, if Globalworks, if the originals manga authors or light novel authors has stated like that the numbers of age restrictions 16 plus, then yeah, you have to respect them. Yeah, but again, like I can totally understand there's going to be some scene that is maybe too much, so the governments would think that nah, it's not good, we should age restrict more to 18 plus. And honestly, my opinions like just respect the original authors, just respect the publishers. Alright, because I feel like restrict too much will get people have harder time to access. Alright, always remember accessibility is very important. Alright, and also the first thing when my parents see that, oh, there's age restricted in these mangas or these animes, the first thing they have to do is to be there with their children and say that, hey, you are not old enough to watch it, right? And the parents should do their job, not the governments. But we live in a sad era right now when parents don't want to parent their kid anymore, and they just gonna ask the government to parent the kids for them, not let the government to parent the kids for them. They ask the government. Ask is a correct word for this, not let. All right, they ask the governments to parent the children for them because the parents, they don't want to parent their kids anymore, which is really sad, you know. And I really want more parents to do their job, to be more responsible, because yeah, you have children now, you're a father, you're a mother now, like your job is to raise the children. All right, is to teach them what should do and what should not do. All right, teach them as much as you can, so like when they get into the societies, they don't misbehave, you know, because there's I think I see the news, there's a lot of children, they misbehave on the restaurant, to the point there are restaurants they don't want kids under 5 years old anymore. They even make a signs that yeah, we don't serve to anyone who brings the kids who are under 5 years old, which is to be honest, like should restaurant do that? And knowing their side of the story, what happened to them in the past, and I can say that in my opinion, all right, I don't think the restaurant should do that. However, they deserve a right to refuse serving to anyone who is misbehave. Alright, so it's in the 50-50 right here. The restaurant building a sign of not serving anyone who will bring the kids under 5 years old, which is not good in my opinions. But at the same time, always remember that anyone who works as a waiter, as the dishwasher, as the cooks in the restaurant, remember that you deserve a right to refuse to serve people who or misbehave. Alright, if there's children misbehave, and yeah, the first thing you have to do is to ask the parents to do your job. Alright, parent your kids. Alright, like make sure that your kids is close to father and mother. I cannot say adults in general because sometimes there's adults in public, and it could be anyone, it could be good people, it could be bad people, but try to get the kids to be the closest to the relative. All right, closest to mother, to father, to sister, whatever related to the children. All right, but yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, parents should do the job instead of ask the government to parent their children for them. And having my dress up darling to be 18 plus, in my opinions, that is a 50-50, because like there's an episode, yeah, Inui Sachuna's not wearing anything, accidentally opening the door in the wrong time. I think that part I can say that is 18 plus, even though that the thing's not being drawn and yeah, even what Gojowa gonna see in his eyes, like that thing is not drawn. It's just the thigh and leg being spread. But still, I think that scene itself, I think it's 18 plus. However, as the anime as a whole, the first and the second season as a whole, alright, I think and we should respect the authors, we should respect the publishers, Square Enix, we should respect Global Works as well, because accessibility matters, alright? So yeah, in my opinion, 16 plus for the anime as a whole, but there's gonna be some certain scene gonna be 18 plus. But having the government to more age restricted, I don't think is a good idea. To New Zealand governments, I am with the people upset on the internet. Alright, I think we should go back to age restrict My Dress Up Darling just 16 plus. That's it, alright? Or even my anime list, according to them, 13 plus, but I would think 16 plus is enough. Alright? But now, the elephant in the room, what if the children underage, under 16 years old, watch My Dress Up Darling? If the parents found out that the children under 16 years old and watch My Dress Up Darling, the first thing you do not get mad at them. Do not post on social medias of what the kids watching. Alright? Because you never know, there's going to be cyberbullying. We don't want the same incident happens to the kids in Japan, but also the comedian's son in Vietnam. We don't want the same incident to happen again. Alright? So the number one things that you should do when the children under 16 years old and watch My Dress Up Darling, do not panic. Alright? Do not angry with your children. Instead, be there with them and ask if the children understand of what they're watching. And try to educate them that and be there with them. Watch the animes along with them. Watch My Dress Up Darling along with them, and to see what the storyline is about. And also teach them to read the subtitle as well. And you never know, they maybe learn a thing or two about making costume, sewing clothes, cosplay, anime cultures. I'm not gonna lie, My Dress Up Darling is a really good cosplay anime. It's a really good animes that they're trying to spread the positivities about cosplaying, the love of animes. Alright? But at the same time, if you want to teach your kids the dark side of cosplay, yes, there's a good side and there's a dark side of cosplaying as well. Then you can actually suggest or recommend the kids to watch Oshinokos season 1, 2, and 3. And I remember the third season of Oshinokos, it showed the dark side of cosplay as well. And I think it happens not only in Vietnam but also around the world as well, because cosplay, you get the chance to express your loves of animes and your loves of the characters in animes, but at the same time there's a lot of business going on. And also, yeah, creepers. I'm not gonna talk too much about it because it's kind of off topics. This video is mainly about My Dress Up Darling and my thoughts about if the government should age restrict more on My Dress Up Darling or not. In my opinion, no. but at the same time, there's gonna be an episode that I can say yes, but still respect the publisher, respect Global Works, animation studios, respect the author, you know, the original authors who wrote My Dress Up Darling. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion, My Dress Up Darling is very good. I highly recommend people to go watch it. And that's pretty much I can say about My Dress Up Darling to that certain scene. And I cannot say too much about My Dress Up Darling because I really don't want Square Enix and Cloverworks to get mad at me. I really don't want to spoil too much. I only try to spoil like the first half of the first season, and that's it. Alright. But anyway, I really hope you guys and girls leave the comments down below. Let me know how's life in New Zealand, and also let me know how's life in Philippines, because I know it's tough, you know. Getting violent games to be banned sucks. And also like the current situation between Square Enix and Jollibees, and I really want to know more about it. So yeah, leave as much comments down below as you can. Alright, also let me know more about the definition about Gyaru as well, because I really wish that the official localizers like translating subtitles, bringing like more of the Japanese word that cannot be translated into English, and also bring back the honorific like san, tan, chan, and more of that after the character's name as well. Alright. Also, I think people can watch My Dress Up Darling in Crunchyrolls. And yeah, I dislike Crunchyroll service. At the end of the day, watching pirate website, fine, but don't be proud of it too much. Alright, I admit to myself, I watch My Dress Up Darling on both the pirate website and on Crunchyroll as well. I remember I bought the subscription for Crunchyroll and watch My Dress Up Darling. The subtitles, official localizers doing a pretty good jobs. The English dub, the first season, it was so good. What happened to the English dub for the second season? What happened? I watched the first episode of the second season of My Dress Up Darling English dub, and the end of the first episode for English dub. What happened? What happened? Alright, I cannot spoil about it. You guys and girls can watch the English dub for My Dress Up Darling first episode, second season. And you're gonna experience like why I'm crashing out about that. Alright, but still, Emily, you do a good job on voice acting Kitagawa Marines on English dub, and I feel bad for you not being nominated for the 10 Crunchyroll Anime Award. I feel so bad. Alright, but anyway guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna leave it at that. If you enjoy these videos, give these videos a likes. And if you're new to these channels, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know about your opinions about My Dress Up Darling first season and the second season in the comments down below. Alright? And yeah guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye!